Apocalypse of Lamech. The Apocalypse of Lamech is an apocryphal text centered around the visions attributed to Lamech, the father of Noah, who in biblical tradition is known as a righteous man living in a time of great wickedness. Though lesser known, this apocalypse offers a unique perspective on the events preceding the flood, divine judgment, and the preservation of humanity through Noah and his family. The Apocalypse of Lamech reflects concerns about divine judgment and the corruption of humanity before the flood. The Apocalypse of Lamech was likely composed during the Second Temple period, possibly in the 2nd century BC or the 1st century AD. The text seems to be related to other pseudepigraphal works such as the Book of Enoch and the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, which also address themes of corruption, divine judgment, and preservation through righteous figures like Noah. Though Lamech is a minor figure in the biblical narrative, this apocalypse presents him as a visionary who receives revelations about the fate of humanity. As the father of Noah, Lamech is directly linked to the story of the flood, and the apocalypse named after him focuses on the visions he receives regarding the events that will lead to the flood and the preservation of his lineage. The Apocalypse of Lamech describes how Lamech receives visions of impending divine judgment upon humanity. These visions reveal the growing corruption and evil that has filled the earth, prompting God to decide to destroy humanity through the flood. Lamech is informed that his son Noah will be tasked with building an ark to preserve the righteous while the rest of humanity will be destroyed. The apocalypse also portrays the suffering of the righteous amidst widespread wickedness. As a righteous man, Lamech witnesses how humanity has turned away from God, falling into violence and corruption. Through his visions, Lamech is assured that God will intervene to destroy the wicked and save the righteous. The text further includes descriptions of the flood and how Noah's ark will save both humanity and the animals. The flood is presented as a divine judgment that will purify the earth from human corruption and allow for a new beginning for creation. The Apocalypse of Lamech is deeply symbolic, using the flood as a metaphor for divine judgment. The flood is portrayed as an apocalyptic event where God acts to destroy corruption and restore justice on earth. This vision of purification through destruction is a common theme in apocalyptic literature, where catastrophic events are seen as a means of bringing about divine renewal. The theme of the preservation of the righteous is also central to this apocalypse. Through Lamech's visions, it is revealed that his son Noah will be the one to preserve the righteous and ensure the continuity of humanity. This idea of a righteous remnant preserved by God is a key feature of apocalyptic theology, offering hope in the midst of judgment. Though a lesser-known text compared to other apocalypses, the Apocalypse of Lamech remains important for the study of pseudepigraphal and apocalyptic literature. Its connection to the flood narrative and its focus on the preservation of the righteous through Noah offer a unique perspective on how ancient communities understood divine judgment and God's intervention in history. While it was not widely known or accepted into the biblical canon, the Apocalypse of Lamech is significant because it reflects many of the common concerns in apocalyptic literature, such as human corruption, divine judgment, and the promise of the preservation of the righteous. Its focus on Lamech as a visionary who receives revelations about humanity's fate adds a unique dimension to the flood narrative. Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Give it a like, comment your thoughts, and share this video with your friends and family.